Hello everyone, it's the animatronic kid here, and today we are at the House of Frankenstein Wax Museum located in Lake George, New York. So, without further ado, let's go inside. So before we actually go inside the museum itself, I just want to show off the lobby real quick. So first we have a life-size model of Frankenstein right here. Giving a little close-up of him, his face. And then we have Dr. Frankenstein right over here doing his experiments. And then we have a whole bunch of body parts over here. And then inside here we have another Frankenstein. Don't know how well you guys can see that, but there he is. And then we have, I think that's from Saw up there.
Listen to that thunder. The weather's getting terrible.
And then we have a little raven right here just chatting
just
away.
The way we like it. Chilling, isn't it?
And then we have a coffin over here with a body inside trying to get out, as you guys can see. So this is supposed to be a whole funeral section over here, which is pretty cool. So, without further ado, let's go inside. All right, guys, here we go. So this is like a tower in here, which is really cool. You can actually see the lights flashing. And there's like some swords and just like weapons here. And a chandelier, which is really cool. So here is the first scene right here. I'll let you guys read that. And if I do show you guys these signs right here, you guys can read them. So you can still see a ghoul guy in there. Looks really creepy actually. And it's like black light. That's him. Now we have the body snatchers right in here. And then you have a few more angles of them, which I will show you guys. So that's them. And now we have the one and only Frankenstein, who is really awesome. So some of the scenes actually have little buttons right here that you press. So we are going to press this. And there he is. He's alive. He's alive. Which is really cool. And then we'll do that one more time for you guys. And then you can see the doctor back there, Dr. Frankenstein. And you can kind of see Igor right there. You can kind of see him. So that is Frankenstein. All right, so just a whole bunch of, it's basically a dark hallway. So now we have Dracula right here. So we're gonna press the button, just let it focus a little. There we go. And he turns into a bat. We'll do that one more time for you guys. We'll do that one more time. So that's Dracula. And now we have this scene over here, which is called Death of a Vampire, wooden stake through the heart. And that looks like the bride of Dracula right there, who has gotten a wooden stake through her heart. And she's still breathing, so looks like she's taking her last breath. And then we have this guy right here. Very, very, very creepy. All right, moving along. We have Treasure Island over here. It's basically just a bunch of pirates. Very interesting. So there's them. And then we have the amazing room of rats. And looks like this guy, he was just chilling and the rats got him. Yeah, and you can also see that he is breathing just like the vampire. Bride of Dracula, excuse me. So that's him. And now we are at the end of the first hallway, which there is a skull right here greeting us at the end of the hallway. And it looks like he has had a very bad day. Poor guy. Looks like he was eaten alive by ants or buried in the sand, left to die. And now we are coming across the jungle. Oh, and the floors are actually squishy in here, which is a cool effect because it feels like you're in a swamp. So we have that guy over there, a pumpkin guy over here, and this creepy looking thing over here looks like a monster of some sort. Really creepy. All right, so now we are coming across the second section. So this right here is the predator, which is really cool. Never heard of the predator until now, but that's him. And then over here we have a zombie scene right here. And I think that zombie in the back is gonna rise. Yep, there she goes. And then there's a whole bunch of zombies right there. Super creepy. Super creepy indeed. And then there's something in the back over there which looks like a Grim Reaper or something. Very creepy. Alright, that's the zombies. And now we have Dr. Jekyll. Strange case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Right here. I'm gonna press the button. And you turn into Mr. Hyde. That Mr. Hyde looks creepy. I'm just gonna say it right now. And then we'll do it again, one more time for you guys. And there he goes, transforming into Mr. Hyde. Super creepy stuff. All right, that's Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. And now we have the undead, people buried alive can happen again. So we have like a cemetery over here with like, I guess the guy's name, according to what the gravestone says, his name is Henry, which is cool. So Henry is popping out. And then we have like a Reaper guy over here. It's pretty cool. And then it's just basically black light, which is really cool. And then we have a whole bunch of portraits going down this hallway. And then we have the Grim Reaper. There's the Grim Reaper right there. Reminds me a lot of Jack the Reaper, which is really cool, except he has blue eyes and not red eyes. And then you have an old lady sitting in her bed, about to get her soul taken. And the interesting thing is, guys, if you guys notice, you can actually see the pictures in the background representing her youth and just the stages of her life, essentially. So that's honestly kind of cool. Just the Grim Reaper. So that's him. And now we have the bathtub murder, which I'm assuming, I'm gonna guess that this is a reference to Psycho, maybe. And there she goes, lifting up her axe, and yeah, super creepy stuff. We'll let that go one more time. Yeah, so that's that. And then we have some more portraits that change. And now we have the attic ghost. Very, very reminiscent of Haunted Mansion, if you ask me. See some clothes on the floor there. And the wedding dress, which is really cool. So that's the attic ghost. Now we have the werewolf, also known as the Wolfman. And we're gonna press the button to see what happens. There he is, the Wolfman. You can see a little kid right there. We'll do that one more time for you guys. So the Wolfman is really cool. So that's him. And now we have the wax workshop, which is super disturbing because it looks like he has a human head and turning it into wax, which is very creepy. So that's that. And then a little reference to Dr. Morbid's haunted house, which is really cool. And then we have the Mummy's Revenge right here. So you can see the mummy in there and explorers. Okay, that's the mummy. And then we have the seance over here, which has the Haunted Mansion audio, which is really awesome. All right. And then we have the crypt over here. All right, so here is the crypt. And then over here is Pit and the Pendulum, classic story by Edgar Allan Poe. With the agony of my soul found in the one loud, long and plaintive scream of despair. And you can actually hear Edgar Allan Poe narrating it, which is cool. I averted my eyes. There was a discordant hum of human voices. Super creepy. And then we have the Notre Dame of Paris. And you really have to bend down to see Quasimodo right there. So that's him. And then we have the Phantom of the Opera over here, which is honestly one of the best ones.
I have a channel.
Super creepy. Alright, so that's him. And then there's a whole bunch of stained glass windows. Tourist trap, a permanent vacation. Yeah. Whole bunch of body bags here. Wow. And you have this guy. And now we're in the third part of it, where we see Jack the Ripper, who is really cool looking. There's Jack the Ripper. And then we have the price of infidelity right over here. You press the button. There we go. I don't know what was going on, but that's what's supposed to happen. So that's that one. Now we have Edgar Allan Poe. Right here.
Nothing else of the old man's face or body, for I have directed the ray as if by instinct precisely.
And you can also hear him narrating another one of his stories.
That what you mistake for madness is but a growing acuteness of the senses. Now I say there came to my ears a low, ringing sound. It was the ringing of the old man's heart. It increased my fury as the beauty.
And then we have, oh jeez, we have Freddy Krueger over here, which, that jump scare, a body just slams on the wall. So that's Freddy Krueger, which is really cool. Which is really cool. And then we have the Druids right here. This is a really disturbing exhibit right over here. Like, wow, this is creepy. So that's them. Oh. So inactivated this one. And then we have Chucky over here, who is really cool. Take a look at Chucky. All right, we'll let this play out for a second and then we'll do it. So inactivated. But this is the 17th century witch trials. Right there. All right, so we're gonna, also I just want to show you guys another angle of it right here. There, and we'll activate it. Yeah. So that's supposed to be fire right there. And it's really creative how they did that. All right, so that was that one. And then we have this one over here, which this one is Michael Myers. So that's him. All right. And then we have Jason over here, another famous slasher.
Be afraid. What if it's not? Be afraid.
So that's him. Then we have this, which looks like a zombie unit, I think. We'll press the button. Yeah, that's for sure a zombie. He broke out. Yeah, he is almost broken out of there. Yep, he broke out. Just gonna show you guys what it looks like when it's not active. All Alright, so that one, a lot of fog as well, which is really cool. And you can actually see a skull over here. The skull. Then we have Canada's first hangman over here, which we are going to press the button. There he is. Ooh. There's that one.
Guys, it takes about 30 seconds to reset, that one does. You want to wait till the light turns green inside the exhibit and then hit the button.
Alright. We'll do that one more time.
That scared a lot out of me.
And I'll show you this one more time. Yeah, so it just starts out dark. And then when you press the button, it turns light. But I'll do it one more time for you guys.
Oh.
Super creepy.
Oh, there it is. Oh no, the timer. I don't like loud noises. It's gonna start.
I'll show you guys that one in a second. And it takes about 30 seconds for the next exhibit to reset as well. So just gotta give it a few seconds. But while that's happening, I'll show you guys this. Old Sparky the electric chair. So once it turns green inside, it should be fine to activate. And I can show you guys. And you can kind of see the executioner right there. Which is really cool. Alright, so now we can activate it. And you can actually see the countdown going right there. That is a violent movement, wow. Oh my goodness. So that is the electric chair. Alright, so we are going to be going back downstairs. Alright, so we are going to be going back downstairs. Now we have a 17th century beheading. So you can actually see the victim right there about to, well, you know, get his head chopped off. And then you have these two guys over here preparing to sharpening the, what it looks to be an axe. Yeah, that's an axe. And then you have the executioner here preparing. So that's that one. And then this one is the Forgotten Prisoner, which is one of the creepier ones here. I'm gonna press the button to activate it. Yeah, super creepy. Then we have the bed of nails over here. If you guys can see that, I'll zoom in. It's not the best, but there we go. There's the bed of nails. Looks super creepy. So right there, you can actually see the guy getting pushed into the bed of nails by this, looks to be executioner, but this guy just pushing it on him. Now we are entering the torture chambers. So there's gonna be lots of torturous stuff down here. So lots of creepy stuff down here. Next you see this guy basically tied to the wall over here, about to get smashed by a hammer by this guy. And then this guy is just trapped in there. That medieval device. And then there's appears to be a deceased dead one up there. A deceased dead person up there. And then we have that person right there being tortured, having a rat inside. Ugh, creepy. And then over here, we have someone trapped in the cage that's about to be hung up and basically left for dead. Looks really, really creepy. And then this guy up here is also hung up in the cage, trapped. And then that guy back there looks like he looks like he's, it's really dark, so it's hard to tell, but it looks like he's being like cut or something. And then over here we have the Iron Maiden right here with the lady. There's like a lady inside there being crushed by it, and a guy is like crushing her. Yeah. And then we have another skeleton over here. There it is. There's the skeleton. And then we have some more torture going on over here. And then this device over here is called the rack. Right there. That's the rack. And then this guy over here, this guy named Count, sounds like he was a prisoner, according to this. And he looks super creepy. And it looks like he was just left in here to starve because he has a rat and plate. And then we have one of the most another recognizable device called the guillotine. So we're gonna press the button to activate it. So that was the guillotine. And then here's another angle of the rack. And just all these torture devices and just all these, which is crazy. can actually see this guy being turned. And he's just been hung up there, that guy right there. And then there's the rack. And there's just a whole bunch of tortured victims here, and just a whole bunch. And you can actually see a skeleton up there of a deceased tortured victim. Lots of scary stuff, I must say. And then over here, we have a whole bunch of like circus-like posters, which I did not expect to be in here. Along with a police box section. Like a phone booth, excuse me. And then we have this very sci-fi looking area, which is really cool. You can actually see some of the controls over here. Hi. And now we are going to be entering the black hole. Got it. And then we have this over here. And then we are entering the black hole, which it really feels like you're spinning. And yeah, that was the House of Frankenstein in Lake George, New York. Such a fantastic experience. I highly recommend it to anybody who's into just horror and the classic Universal monsters. I highly recommend it. It is really, really awesome. All right, so that is going to conclude the House of Frankenstein Wax Museum walkthrough in Lake George, New York. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and share this video with your friends. And also, please go follow my Instagram. And as always, happy haunts.